Hello and welcome. I'm Ken. My goal is to unite different YouTube niches into one channel and hopes to inspire you to learn something new. And today we will be talking about Acqua di Parma Colonia. In this video, we're going to be talking about how this cologne will make you feel, what's it made out of, and then secondly, or thirdly, my recommendations. Do I recommend you this cologne? Because it is indeed a cologne. So ergo, it's going to last a little bit shorter than what you're normally used to. So let's get into it. Acqua di Parma Colonia. What I love is how simple the presentation is. Unlike a lot of other perfumes and colognes, the boxes are just crazy nuts. They're these big bulky things. And I just love how it's very form-fitting. It'll fit in your closet if you ever because I know some of us weirdos love to keep these boxes for whatever reason. So I'm just going to put this right there. Boop. Okay. Now let's get into the note breakdown. How does this make me feel? Well, I'll tell you. It makes me feel fresh, elegant, clean, and a little bit bespoke. Meaning, this is not a loud fragrance by any stretch of the imagination. It really makes me feel like a gentleman. And this is also a very unisex fragrance as well. So if you are a lady, or if you identify as a lady, it will make you feel, again, like a bespoke lady. Like you're wearing something super nice, very fitting. And here's the problem with soapy, clean fragrances. Gentleman or ladies fragrances, mind you, is a lot of us think that you put a fragrance on and it's going to embody how you feel. It's actually the other way around. Every fragrance should ideally make you feel a certain way. That's essentially why we buy such products, I hope, is to elevate. I'm just gonna, like that. It's to elevate how you feel or what you're trying to project into the world, and perhaps maybe not for the world, but it's for yourself. You wear these things for yourself. I'm gonna go back to that clean fragrance. It makes me feel clean. It makes me feel gentlemanly. Why? Well, listen. If you wear this fragrance, you could either take a very clean man, but he has just a normal raggedy t-shirt on, loose jeans or baggy jeans, and they put on this fragrance. At the end of the day, are you going to see them as a better looking individual, better presentable looking individual versus another person that's, let's say, wearing a decent two-piece suit, nothing crazy, form-fitting shoes. Maybe they're wearing double monk strap shoes, a decent looking watch. So which do you think is going to appear cleaner and perhaps smell cleaner? It's probably going to be that person that's a little bit more well kept. That's what this fragrance really does for me, is it goes towards this guy. Fragrances will only get you so far if you dress the part and act the part. That's another thing. And I know we're getting a little bit off of a tangent here. You came here for a cologne video, not a lifestyle video. But it's nuts because you look at a lot of these, I hate to use the word influencer, but you take a lot of these influencers and they're super hyper-focused on one thing, that they forget that there's a multitude of different of other facets of their life that they can improve to make themselves feel better, look better, act better, perhaps speak better. I don't know, everybody's a little bit different. Not everybody needs to better themselves, but in a world where we're crippling ourselves day in, day out by introducing XYZ amount of stimulant, it's nice to, I think, self-reflect and get back to yourself. And now let's get back to the video. Sorry, I went on it's nighttime for me. Probably a little bit sleepy, but I needed to make this video just because I need to be consistent with where I'm at with you guys and girls. So let's get into the note breakdown. Finally, huh? Let's get into what this thing's all about. So on the left here, we have Acqua di Parma Colonia, and on the right, we have Essenza. I'll get into Essenza in a bit here, but Acqua di Parma Colonia starts with Sicilian citruses, lavender, rosemary, lemon verbena, Bulgarian rose, white musk, vetiver, jasmine, jasmine, sandalwood, patchouli, and amber. So that vetiver, sandalwood, patchouli, amber, it's going to give Colonia that very nice, foundation to build upon. Though the main notes that really is predominant in this cologne are the citruses, the lavender, and the lemon. The rose and musk, not really getting it, at least to my nose. But that, it lasts throughout the whole entirety of its projection and skin scent. So it doesn't, this fragrance doesn't fluctuate in terms of smell. The dry down and opening are relatively the same, again, at least to my nose. Okay. So that's, again, I don't know if I mentioned it, but on my skin, lasts anywhere from like 2 to 3 hours. It's not a long lasting scent. It's not a, what do the people say? It's not a beast mode fragrance. Beast mode? We still say beast mode. Jeez, people nowadays, you know what I mean? It's not a beast mode fragrance. That's what I get when people say that on YouTube. Anyways. Do I recommend this fragrance? Yeah, I absolutely do. I bought mine at a discounter, Joma Shop, for, I believe, well under $60, $70 at 100 milliliters. But may I point out the star of the show, which will actually have to be Colonia right here. I absolutely love Colonia. It is a crazier, more... Can I make it look decent? Boom. It's a more floral DNA compared to Colonia, though the scents are very similar. So with Colonia, you are getting... Let me switch the... Squeak buttons. There you go. With Essenza, you're getting more floral, and that's coming from that rose is more prominent. That neroli and jasmine are very prominent. Colonia, Essenza, by the way, is on the right-hand corner of the screen, of the right of the screen. Lily of the Valley, again, just more floral notes, though there is still that citrusy taste that you're getting from Essenza. If I had to pick between two, I will... Hold on. There we go. I will have to pick... Fuck. You know, because Colonia is like the OG, and I know more people gravitate towards Colonia. Okay, nope, sorry. I'm going to pick Essenza, and here's why. When I wore Colonia... Boom. When I wore Colonia, I asked my brother, I asked my father, I asked my friends, beautiful friends. Thank you, friends. You're very gorgeous. Here's some affirmation for you. I've asked them all, what do you think of this fragrance? And they told me, what's that? What's that? They didn't like it. And it's interesting because when you're in this fragrance world, you have like this mirror of everything that you want to hear, and it's hard to get out of that bias, right? But to normal people, they're either going to say it smells like shit, it smells good, or it smells bad. And like 14, 15 people that I've asked, 15 out of 15, they said that it wasn't great. It was just like, and I had to kind of steer them, like, oh, did it smell like this? Did it smell like that? And they're like, oh, it just smells like soap, like cheap soap. I was like, oh my god, cheap soap. This is Acqua di Parma. You should like this. This is good. But apparently to their nose it wasn't. But every time I wore Essenza, people loved it. I think it has to do with that overtly rose and floral projection. Because when it comes to citrus with Colonia, it's a very citrus-forward fragrance. Citrus is used in a lot of like cleaning products and a lot of sanitary products, and that's perhaps why they get that hint of, oh, this smells like, ugh, like it's just whatever. It smells clean. But this one, Essenza, it's different. When it comes to florals, predominantly rose and jasmine, when you smell these types of scents, it opens the pathways up. Your lung pathways, your your nasal pathways, passages. Yeah. Again, sorry friends, it's late for me. And when we open up these airways, we breathe deeper, subconsciously or consciously, and we become more relaxed. We we de-stress, and that's why it's also used in jasmine tea, rose tea, because there's just such a tranquility when it comes to flowers, and I think that's why people love Essenza. It smells good. Doesn't necessarily smell sexy, but it smells yummy. It smells good. Colonia, on the other hand, it smells clean, sharp, clean, and that sharpness does dry down. But I'm gonna have to be that person. Unfortunately, all it does smell like is clean. And if you are the type of person that just wants to smell clean, but like classy clean, don't get me wrong, it's a classy clean fragrance, I invite you to get Colonia at a discounter. If you want to be more of a crowd pleaser, by the way, these are both crowd pleasers because they're light, airy, fresh, floral, but I would highly recommend you get Essenza as well. So I'm actually recommending you to get both. But please let me know down in the comments if you prefer Colonia versus Essenza. They're both very great fragrances. I can't wait to try out more Acqua di Parma colognes. I'm absolutely enamored with this brand because just how gentleman and ladylike these fragrances are. Just very clean, very, very subtle. They're brilliant, truly. But that is it for now. I'm gonna hit the hay in the next 20-30 minutes here. Anyways, for more fragrance-related content, here's an invitation to subscribe. I did this in my YouTube short too. I can't say subscribe tonight. To subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon.